not the press conference we expected to have today. As mayor, it is one of my greatest privileges to work with the men and women of the New Haven Police Department. They're New Haven's finest. They put in long hours, put your lives at risk on behalf of our community, keeping our residents and our neighborhoods safe. That said, in this administration, we are committed to the highest degree of accountability, integrity, transparency in all areas of government. And when an individual engages in inappropriate or illegal activity and breaks the public's trust, we act immediately and accordingly. Regrettably, that is what happened with one of our most senior leaders of local government, which is why we're holding this press conference this evening. Earlier today, I learned that Police Chief Carl Jacobson admitted to stealing money from a designated city fund that the department uses to support its confidential informant program. The fund is used to pay individuals who provide the department with confidential information to help solve crimes. When several officers flagged irregularities with Chief Jacobson's use of the fund to Assistant Chiefs Zannelli, Etienne, and Bagtana, the three assistant chiefs confronted Chief Jacobson this morning, where he admitted to taking the funds for personal use. The assistant chiefs rightly reported the information to CAO Justin McCarthy, who then notified me. Chief Jacobson was subsequently called in to meet with me, where I intended to put him on administrative leave as we initiated an investigation. Just prior to that meeting, Chief Jacobson submitted his paperwork to retire, effective today. We subsequently met with the state's attorney's office, State's Attorney Jack Doyle, to go over what we know about the situation, and then he engaged Chief State's Attorney Patrick Griffin. Later today I spoke with the Chief State's Attorney, who confirmed that he was in contact with the Connecticut State Police, and they are determining the appropriate next steps regarding a criminal investigation. We don't have a lot of additional information that we can share at this point. There's an ongoing investigation, and we're still piecing some things together ourselves as well. At this point, we don't have any information that anyone else is involved in this theft either. Effective immediately, I've appointed Assistant Chief David Zannelli to Acting Chief of the New Haven Police Department. Acting Chief Zannelli has worked for the New Haven Police Department since 2008. He has worked his way up the ranks, starting as a police officer. He was a district manager in Fairhaven, Assistant Chief of Patrol Operations, and most recently Assistant Chief of the Investigative Services Division. And of course, now he is Acting Chief. He'll serve as Acting Chief until I determine next steps regarding a permanent appointment. I want to thank Chief Zannelli for stepping up. I'm sure this morning when he woke up, he wasn't expecting to be Acting Chief of the New Haven Police Department. And I have my utmost confidence in his ability. I have worked with him for many, many years. He is a strong leader. He is someone with integrity, and he brings a wealth of experience, having worked on many different issues in the New Haven Police Department. So, Chief Zannelli, thank you for stepping up. Yes, to say that this news is a shock is an understatement. It's a shock to me, it's a shock to the command staff, it's a shock to the men and women of the police department, it's a shock to the New Haven community. It's a betrayal of public trust. No one is above the law. No one is above the law. We treat everyone the same, and that includes the New Haven Chief of Police. We'll follow the facts where they lead, and of course we'll fully cooperate with the state police and the state's attorney's office. At the same time, you should feel proud of who the New Haven Police Department is. The men and women in the New Haven Police Department, your colleagues acted courageously and with integrity. When they saw something wrong, they did the right thing and they reported it. They put their oath and commitment to New Haveners and the department and the city above all else. You also have three assistant chiefs who did the same and demonstrated absolute integrity in their actions. We're confident that you will follow their lead. We're confident that you will continue to get up every morning and do your jobs with dedication and integrity to keep our residents and our streets safe. Your city needs you, and I know that you will continue to fill your oath and answer that call to duty and service. And to the New Haven community, as it was for me, it's deeply troubling news to hear the police chief misuse public funds and committed acts of theft. We put our trust in law enforcement to uphold the law. not to violate the law themselves. Overwhelmingly, New Haven police officers do exactly that every day. They uphold the law. They protect and serve our city, and they keep us safe. So when you see a police officer on the street, please continue to thank them for their service and sacrifice. And you know you have a police department that's committed to doing their jobs with integrity in the best interests of our city. This is a challenging episode in our city's history, but we'll get through this together. Now I'd like to hand it over to Acting Police Chief David Zannelli for some words.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. This has been an incredibly challenging day for us. I'd like to thank my other assistant chiefs here, Assistant Chief Bagtana and Etienne, for helping us navigate through these waters. We acted immediately, and rest assured that the process does work. When police officers see something here that they think is inappropriate, they act immediately, and that's what happened here. So I want to thank them for that, and to the men and women of the New Haven Police Department, I want to remind them that we are here to support them, and that integrity is of the utmost importance, and that the community can trust us. Thank you very much.
Before I open up the question, I just want to thank Commissioners Ribeiro and Dawson for being here as well. We also have the CAO, Justin McCarthy, and Pat King, our Corporation Counsel here as well. Folks have any questions?
How much money did Chief Jacobson allegedly see?
We talked a lot about how much we could share, and we feel like, given the ongoing investigation, we can't share what we know right now because we do not have a very solid idea about how much.
Do you remember what period of time he allegedly stolen?
We don't know that information yet either. There may be a number of questions I can't answer. I just found out about this morning.
What are the protocols over this fund of money? Is he the only one that has access? And I mean, obviously there's somebody who flagged the transaction, but is he the only one that has access to withdraw the money?
Again, there's an ongoing investigation, so we can't answer that question yet.
Can you go specifically into the fund you were referring to as confidential? What exactly is it used for, and how big of a budget is it really?
So I can't answer information about how big the fund is, but it is used to provide money to people that are informants of the police department to help them in investigations and identify criminal activity.
Where did the three assistant chiefs confront Chief Jacobson today? Was that at the police department?
Police station.
So it was here at 1 Union Avenue in his office?
Yes.
What time did that take place today?
Earlier today. Right.
Around 2 p.m., there were state troopers in the building. You had said that you were talking with the state. Was that related to the investigation?
Unrelated.
This may be a question for Corporation Counsel King, but does the charter say anything about who should be the acting police chief when the current police chief suddenly departs, or is it entirely up to him?
No, I mean, you can add to.
The mayor would have the authority to appoint an acting police chief, which is what he has done.
And from what I think I understand is has his contract ended? Did he sign a new contract?
I can answer that.
He was in the process of that, right?
That I'll turn over to the mayor.
So his term for 4 years was scheduled to end at the end of January. Obviously, with this turn of events, it ended today.
Just so I understand the retirement, is anything owed to him because he retires? Is it owed to the end of January, or is it just when you retire, you're done with the money?
When you retire, you're done. Yeah.
What communication, if any, has there been with just rank and file police officers talking about what happened?
Well, so I think you're seeing the start of it, and you can
Sure.
talk to the lineups and such.
So sure. So we're going to be doing some very urgent messaging. This has been a developing day. So this is the first time we've been back to the PD, but we're going to be following up immediately with messaging.
Yeah, and I also spoke with the head of the police union earlier today, and they'll be speaking with lineups. You know, I'm not a police officer, but as I would imagine, police officers are as shocked and disappointed as many of us are. But I think it's very, very important to underscore that we have strong leadership. We have a strong team here that will get us through this.
You said that the chief admitted to stealing?
Correct.
When confronted with the accusations?
Correct.
Do you know when the officers caught wind of the irregularities involved with that specific fund?
I'm not going to get into those details either because this is an ongoing investigation.
I know you mentioned that you don't believe that anyone else is involved in this instance. Do you foresee any type of audits of any other line items, budget items?
Yeah, so we'll be looking into whether there is any other possibility for the same type of activity to be happening. Other questions? Okay.
How often are these accounts, checked? Like, are they annually, biannually, quarterly?
Again, an ongoing investigation. So I'm sorry, I really would love to share a lot of this information, but I've found that oftentimes the initial information isn't always fully accurate too, and so I want to make sure that we provide accurate information. But we'll do the best that we can as this unfolds to share as much as we can.
Is this the first time you audited this account?
Again, I can't answer that yet.
Who's leading the investigation?
So the state's attorney and the state police are in discussions about who is most appropriate to lead the investigation.
Who will lead investigative services as chiefs of the
So I'll hold dual roles for the time being until the mayor finds a permanent replacement.
And to be clear, you're going to serve in that role as acting chief until he figures out
Correct.
what the next steps are.
Correct.
Do you have any idea when that could be, or does that have to wait until after the investigation?
Yeah, this morning when I woke up, I was not expecting this, so give us some time to figure this out.
I have one last question. How does this affect his pension? Is he still going to be paid out once he retires?
So he can retire as of right and receive a pension. If an individual is convicted of a financial crime against the city, there's a potential that an individual could have their pension removed. But it's very, very early for anything like that to, us to contemplate that scenario. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.